Thank you for joining me for this video. For today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some aerobics at the beginning, moving on to some strength work, and then doing some mat/core work to finish up. For equipment, what you're going to need today is a set of hand weights, or you could use a resistance band if that's what you have available to you. You will also need, or you can use, I have a basketball here, or just an object that's, maybe 12 inches tall or something that you can use for some of our aerobic work getting started. So what we're gonna do to warm up is just do some marching into a high knee, going at your height. Try to stay nice and tall. Add in a nice arm reach. Lengthen through the spine. And now we're going to step and reach. So we're going to step and reach across the body. Let's take our reach up at a diagonal. And let's reach it down towards that knee on the opposite side. Bring it back up. Let's go into some leg curls, bringing that heel back towards your glute. You can add in the arms. A nice row, opening up the chest. And let's go ahead and set those feet about hip width apart. Go into some squats real quick. Pushing those hips back. Bring it up nice and tall. I'm just do some mini side lunges, stepping to the side, shifting our weight over. Make sure to get the weight in the heel. Stepping a little bit wider as you get loose. Last one. Bring back to center. Let's roll those shoulders. Nice big shoulder rolls. Switch the direction. Let's interlace those fingers. Press in the palms forward. Stretch through that back. And then open up the chest, or you can interlace your fingers behind, pulling those shoulder blades back towards your spine. And relax and just swing those arms a little bit for me. Set your feet underneath you, come up onto your toes and lower down. Just kind of hover up, lower down, and this time hover and just kind of bounce a little bit on those heels. So try to see if you can keep those heels from coming down. And really shake it out. All right, we're going to get into our aerobics. So to start with, we're going into toe taps. So we're going to be using an object. I have a ball here. You can use whatever you have available to you. You can use a box or a shoe or something, just to give you a target. What we're going to be doing is we're going to go for about 40 seconds into our toe taps, get a little bit of break, move on to our next aerobic exercise. All right, so here we go. We're going to tap our toes onto our object, making sure that if it is an object that moves or it's not a very sturdy object, that you don't put any weight onto that object. If you want to make it a little bit more intense, you go a little bit faster, a little more of a hop into it. Or you can go into a full hop or switch. If you don't have an object, you can just go into a high knee. And that way you're also in low impact. And release. Go ahead and move whatever you're using off to the side. We're gonna make our way into some jumps. We're gonna make kind of like an X, going out, in, and out. Moving forward, center, and back. So kind of move those feet, and here we go. Out, center, back. Out, center, back. Coming through center. Now, if this is too much impact for you, you can do some stepping, switching with your lead side as you do this. So forward, center, back. Making that X with your feet. A few more seconds. And release. Go ahead and move those legs. We are going to go into mountain climbers for our next one. So you can do this on the wall, or make your way down to the floor, or also chair if you have a chair nearby. I'll be doing this on the floor with you guys for today. So coming into a plank position, no matter where you're at, you're going to bring a knee in, then bring the foot back, bring a knee in, foot back. Now you can modulate your intensity. So you just do a nice step. Try to keep the hips from going too high. You can bring those knees in a little bit quicker. Make it a little bit more intense. Or keep moving up your speed. Keeping core engaged throughout. Breathing here. Almost there. All right, and make your way back up. We're going to go back to those toe taps. So getting that object nearby, using for your toe taps. Go ahead and just stop a little bit, keeping yourself moving. Hopefully you're feeling that heart rate kick up. Breathing might be picking up. And here we go, into our toe taps. Again, you can make it a little bit more intense by adding a little bit more of a hop into it. Just be mindful that you don't step on what you're using. Keeping core engaged as you do this. Again, high knees is an option here. There goes my object. So high knees it is. And relax, little breather. Again, you can step side to side or walk around. Whatever feels good for you. We're going to go into that X jump. So getting ready. Here we go. Forward, center, back. If you want to make it a little bit harder, try to go a little bit bigger with those jumps. Again, you can always step it. Halfway. And step it out. Making our way down to the floor for mountain climbers, or you can use a wall or a chair. Again, get into that plank position. Strong arms, strong chest. And here we go. Bring that knee in towards your chest. If you want a little more intensity, move a little faster. Strong arms. Try to keep the hips from going too high in the air. Cores engaged. If you need to slow it down, feel free. Take a little breather if you need. And make it your way back up to standing. Stepping those feet. Whew. right, so we're going to move on to our strength. If you want to use weights for this first one, you're more than welcome. We're going to go into sumo squat. So I'm going to start off with one weight. Feel free to use two if you have a lighter set. So for a sumo squat, wide stance with that. You want to make sure your knees and toes are going in the same direction. We're going to do this for about 20 or so seconds, and then we'll move on to, we're going to be doing alternating rows. So you can either use a band for that or grab your second hand weight. And then we'll also be going into push-ups. Again, with the push-ups, you can use a wall to do your push-ups. Mat, I'll be doing push-ups on the mat on my knees, but you can do a full push-up as well. So keep moving those feet. Let the heart rate come down just a little bit. So for our sumo squat, we're going to set our feet nice and wide, so wider than a normal squat. You have some weight, bring it to your chest. Toes can be turned out. Just make sure your knees are going to point that same direction when you lower down. Here we go. Push it back. Come up. Push those hips back. Coming up. Nice and tall. Good. Make sure those knees are not going past your toes. All right, let's get our second hand weight. Hinging over into our bent row. Knees are slightly bent. Back is nice and long. Pull one arm up and then the other. As I pull up, I'm squeezing that shoulder blade towards my spine. Keeping my gaze forward, not rotating my shoulders towards that direction that I'm rowing. Squeezing the back. All right, and let's drop it down to our push-ups or move it to the wall. Getting in position and begin. Move at your pace with the push-ups. You can move as fast or as slow as you feel comfortable. Take breaks as you need. All right, make your way back up to standing to those sumo squats. Maybe add a little bit of extra weight this time. Feet nice and wide, toes turned out. If you need, here we go. Push those hips back, bring it up. Try to keep weight a little more in your heels as we do this. Core is still engaged, so I'll turn to the side. Even though I have a nice wide stance, still pushing those hips back. Using those inner thighs a little bit more. Keep moving. Take breaks as you need. I'm going to be going quickly through these exercises. All right. Bring those feet underneath. Bent over row, alternating. So I'm pulling one arm up, then the other. You want to make sure you are bent over. That way you're working against gravity. You might feel this in your glutes a little bit as you're holding this position nice and strong. All right, even out your sides, then drop it back down for those push-ups. Getting into a nice plank position, knees or toes, and go. Making sure chest is coming down in between your hands, not your head. Last one. And bring it up. Make your way up to standing. Go ahead and tap your feet. A few seconds breather. Next up, we're going to be doing side lunges, tricep kickbacks, and then glute bridge on the floor. All right, here we go, into our side lunge. Step it over to one side, bring it up, and the other. Weight is back in those heels as you step out to the side. Knees not going over the toe as we step out. Hands can come forward to help with balance a little bit as well. Bring it back to center, grab your weights. We're going to go to those tricep kickbacks. So similar to the row, you're going to hinge, elbows by your side. You're going to kick it back and bend. Try to keep the shoulder and the upper arm still. Few more. All right, set your weight down. Bring it to the floor. Going into our glute bridge. Heels under or down, pressing through. Lifting our hips by squeezing our glutes. Lower down. Lift and lower. Keeping shoulder blades down on the mat. If you want to challenge yourself, maybe lift your toes, maybe arms extend. Keep a nice wide base though with your shoulders. Last one. Make your way up to standing. If you want, you can grab your weights. We're going to go into that side lunge. Now, if this up and down is a little bit too much with you, take your time. All right? We're going to go right into those side lunge, but if you need to take a breather, go ahead and take a breather. You can always pause here and restart this video at your pace. Pushing that weight back into your heel as you do your side lunge. All right, going into our triceps. Bent over, elbows next to our side body. Press those pinkies towards the ceiling. Core is engaged as we do this. Feel free to also do this with a resistance band. Good. Elbows next to that side body. Let's do one more. And release, make your way down. If you'd like, you can add weight here as well. You can rest, I'll use one on your hips. Hands are just there to keep it from rolling. Pressing that weight up, using those glutes to drive the hips up. Making sure that we're not arching through that lower back any more than normal. You don't want to put any added pressure there. Last one. And make your way back up standing. This is our last set of exercises. We're going to be doing deadlift, bicep curls, and some back extension. So straight leg deadlift. Knees are slightly bent. They're not completely locked out. Back is nice and straight though. Weight is going to be against your thighs. You can do this with the band. Just have your hands next to your thighs. You're going to hinge forward. So you can see my chest is over my toes. It's not a squat. And then we squeeze those glutes. Bring it back up. Hinge forward. My hands just come to my knees. Bring it up. Let's hinge and up. Hinge and up. Keeping that straight back. Belly is pulled in. Let's do one more. And let's bring it into our bicep curls. If you want to add a little challenge, try to do a one-leg bicep curl. So I have my left leg lifted, or heel lifted, or you can lift the foot. Good, nice and tall. And we'll switch sides on the next time through. Tap down if you need for balance. Core is engaged. Last one. release it down. Going into some back extensions. So, coming onto our bellies. Hands can be out to the side if you want. Or they can be more in a goalpost, a little more challenge if you're lifting your arms as well. We're going to lift the chest, lower down. Pull belly in, lift. Making sure you're engaging your core to protect your back. Last one. Good. Make your way back up. Going into the straight leg deadlifts. You can grab your weight or not use weight. It's up to you. Feel free to also use a resistance band. Knees slightly bent. We're going to hinge and come up. Nice and strong through the core. Long spine as we do this. Last one. Bring it up into our bicep curls. This time having that right foot lifted, maybe the right heel, to add a little balance challenge. Try to stay tall, long through the spine. Chest is open, shoulders are back. Last one. Make your way down to the floor, going back into that back extension. This time we're going to do a hold. Feel free though to lower yourself down if the hold is getting a little too long for you. Take a nice easy breath in and lift. Legs are staying down, pulling that belly in, keeping a long spine, gazes down towards the floor. Long neck, shoulders away from your ears. Breathing. And release. Go ahead and shake out those hips. Making your way then to a seated position. So we're going to go a little more into core work. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to go into a little seated rotation. You can grab that weight if you'd like. Nice long spine. Keeping hands at your chest. We're going to twist one direction and then the other. Twisting side to side. If you would like a little more challenge, you could try maybe lifting a foot or maybe both feet. Keeping that long spine. Once more, and bring it back to center. Go ahead and set that weight down. We're going to go into side plank. So this one is going to be a hold as well. Hand or elbow underneath the shoulder. And we're going to be either top leg straight, bottom leg bent, both legs straight, or both legs bent. Take your pick. I'm going to be doing both legs straight. Here we go. Lifting the hips up. Top arm can reach towards the ceiling. Drive the hips towards the ceiling, using those obliques to stabilize you. Breathing through here. If you need to lower down, feel free. Make sure you're not holding your breath here. Almost there. And release it down. Other side. Getting into position and lift. Drive those hips up. Top arm again can extend towards the ceiling. Driving those hips. Using those obliques. Try to keep shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Don't hold your breath. You're almost there. And release it down. All right, make your way onto your back. I'm going to go into some dead bug. Hug those knees in briefly. And then I'm going to be starting with knees over hips for our dead bug. You can start with your feet on the floor. Arms extended towards the ceiling. Left hand, right leg. You're going to reach away, bring it back to center. Right hand, left leg. Reach away, back to center. Alternating. Nice and steady through the spine. You should not be rocking. Just your limbs are moving, not your trunk. That's where the core work comes in. If you're going so fast that you're rocking the trunk, you're using momentum and not control. If you want a little more challenge, you can straighten your legs. The closer they get to the floor, the harder it will be. Once more on each side. Hug those knees in. Rock a little side to side. If you want to make a longer workout, feel free to repeat this. Otherwise, go ahead and take a full body stretch. Lengthen out. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Go ahead and bring knees into a bent position, feet on the floor. Let your knees fall side to side. Go ahead and make your way up to a seated position. Take this moment to take a few deep breaths. Place your left hand down to the side, leaning over. You can bring that right arm over to stretch through that right side body or onto your left shoulder. Feeling the length here. Bring it back to center. Other side. And back to center. Roll your shoulders. Bring the arms up overhead, inhaling. And exhale down. Thank you so much for joining me with this video, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.